Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to put the music to have something in the background, but it's better to put it on the phone. Otherwise, it won't work with the computer. I was just checking Hannibal's chat. I was also before in Janview's chat. Very interesting. I like, very to the point and open and not fake. And you can see the thing what I will tell you now is that you can see the difference now between reactors and creators that are like me and Jan Views, and there's several more out. Funko Fester, Jericho D, that do this just for a purpose, for fun, for socialization, for a hobby, not for any other reasons. And many of people like these honest, how you say, honest creators, they're popping up and pointing out the fingers at the other ones. Like your mama said today in the chat, you have these reactors like Monty and Kaya. I'm sorry, but I have to say it as it is. Monty and Kaya and Hannibal, also that just drag and negative. That's all they know how to do, drag and drag. And if they don't have what Foodie Beauty, S-Jam, Foodie, and Hannibal in his chat keeps on, and we have so much to talk about, but there's really nothing to talk about, really. Just with his voice, he keeps it entertained and his jokes, and that's the only thing he's got going for him. And then you have all the people in the chat, so many mods, MCM reacts, and boom, putting each other's channels because they all are just desperate for that, for attention, subscribers, and that. It's just a hug box. That's it. You won't find really a great joke. You won't find really news or something new. Just the same old. So I was even thinking, let me watch because I don't mind if I'm entertained. I don't mind. I'm like, let me wait before I do this live. But then I thought to myself, there is no point to wait. And I'll finish also. Hey, Deranged Bunny, thanks a lot for your comments today. I really, really appreciate that you are not, like all the other people judging me so harshly and as as if I'm the only one that has made mistakes, on YouTube. I'm surely not the only one. And yeah, it's like also the witch. I forgot the name, the whole entire name. Witch. She wrote me also. She's like, if you're trying to get recognition from this toxic people, you're in the wrong place, and that's completely right. Like, what was my scope of this channel was to point out at at the very beginning how, just like everybody else, how vile and disgusting Foodie Beauty is, and that it's just not okay. I don't have to explain now about Foodie Beauty. It's boring. Like your mom says, it's boring. She's not even doing anything now anymore. So that was my point, to open the eyes of the other people. So then I got into all the chats and got okay with the reactors. And then I saw that the reactors are doing this on purpose, speculating and gaslighting because they're making money from this. Like Monty, like Kaya. It is what it is. And then came, that's why it's so refreshing for me, was with Yo Mama, because Yo Mama, whatever he's doing, but he has his own style. And yeah, you see, I've also watched it for too long. That's why I'm thinking, like Hannibal, for example, and Kaya, and like, aren't they bored? Like, aren't they bored? Don't they see that this is boring already? Like, I started with this reacting. I'm bored of Foodie Beauty. I don't have what to say anymore. It's not going to affect her channel. It's not going to make her think differently. I'm not going to change her life. I'm not going to point anything to anyone out about Foodie Beauty. So why would I still be commenting and trying to drag and to insult her? What's the point? It's ridiculous. For a few times, okay, for a while, but not for years. If you're focused on that for years, that means that you really have issues mentally. Me, my attention with YouTube diverted to the reactors and to seeing how this all works, and it's also manipulation, and it's also gaslighting, it's toxic, and people are making money from this. And then I got to understanding what is a creator and what is about editing and what is I learned, and my attention of course changed, and that's why I make these posts to share about my learnings and about YouTube, what I think. And I change my opinions. I always say, yeah, tomorrow we see what will happen. Tomorrow can change. And as you have seen, new people pop up that amaze me. Some people disappoint me. This is the YouTube. Gucci scarf, Gucci scarf. How are you doing, Gucci scarf? Today I did therapy. 2 hours on the phone. It was good for me, but it wasn't positive like regards my relationship with Steve. It was not what there was not many solutions given. So okay, that was today, but I'll continue my story about the whole girl of this very toxic community. I know, but you know the deranged bunny. I've never seen you in chats. I know that from your comments, I've seen that you're aware about it. You know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen you in any chats. Not in Kaya or not in Monty, not in FBRC, not in T and Sass, not in Your Mama, not in Jessica. At the beginning, very beginning, I used to hang out very much also Poppy Syntax, Alex Shook, but I know I quickly got bored of them. Even though they are very cute and funny. Ah, you're usually under a different account. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thanks for at least being honest about that. But like your mama said, how boring, like people really don't have what to talk about, and you can see that they're struggling. They're really thirsty to put out some content there, and it's just so sad for me. They're trying to. It's just really sad, and you see all the followers with their small channels that want to. They really, they're not like they're not like me, like trying to just be here for fun. Pathetic if you think about it. You see them all posting each other's channel, oh, I promote you, I promote you. That's the whole chat. And I tell you honestly, there's nothing interesting, no good jokes, nothing, no news. But okay, some people are entertained differently. That's why I say I can't judge anymore, because everybody's different, just like in the world, just not on YouTube. You're always gonna have idiots out there. What can you do? You can't get rid of the idiots. Stan, how are you doing, Stan? I didn't see you. I've seen you around, but not so much. Okay, now that I know, you didn't even say that you have a channel. I'm going to now go to your channel. Mhm. But no, that's why it's so refreshing when I hear your mama and he just says it as it is. I can't find you. Ah, ah, I have you here. Got you. I subscribed also to the Range Bunny. Grand High Witch is here. Hello. I was just talking about you before when I started the stream, that you wrote a really good comment to me, that opened my eyes, and you just basically told me how it is. If you want to get recognition and you want to be somehow, you're not going to get it in this community. And also, like Jan View said about Hannibal today, this with your mama, you keep on dragging and you keep on attacking. And you see the guy is not attacking you back, but you keep it up and you keep it up and you call him clown and ugly things. And it is just pure jealousy, because otherwise what other reason could there be? Just jealousy. What other reason could there be? Also with me, he keeps on. It's just jealousy. It's jealousy because he knows that I don't want to be like him to make money from this YouTube and from this. And that's what he hates it about. He hates that about me, and he hates it that I pointed out. And he hated it that I pointed out about the merchandise. I'm sorry, but what can I do? That's what we're all doing, no? Why should I close my eyes and my mouth on certain things? I don't get that. Irene, how are you doing? I'm so happy to see you. You've been busy. I know you've been busy with I don't want to talk about it. It's private. I hope you're doing well. I know it's hard days for you. This is life. And I realize the older I become, the more part of these parts in life I have, with people passing away. And it's just really, really sad. The thing is, everything about getting older is just terrible. Not just the body and everything, but the life happenings. And I wish that I would have appreciated more my youth. Let's put it like that. I wish I would have appreciated more when I was out of worries like these, about health, about aging, about people passing away. I wish, but I can't turn back time. I'm glad that right now, I already realize and I can prepare myself. That's going to become much more harder as the years pass. Yeah, that's the thing. I also would not give up my dignity. Like, how sad and lame you must be to sit. Like, okay, I'm also sitting and chatting to you, but I'm chatting to you. Really, I feel like this is my friends. It's exactly the way I pictured it. But these people are there and they want subscribers, and they have nothing to talk about except, oh, look at Foodie Beauty, a ghost. Look how disgusting she is. Look at that. They're looking at their chat to see, and it must be really sad and lame. I wouldn't have fun doing that. I would feel like, you say, no dignity. What am I doing? What's my content? What's my purpose of the time input on the YouTube? Yeah, I know. I miss my 20s too. 20s were the best. 20s were the best. The early 30s also, but after age 35, okay, that's for me personally. Other people have different after age 35. I saw how life is gonna become much, much more tougher. That those were the nice, easy years, and now I'm hitting. I've hit already the hard part, and it's just gonna get harder. Yeah, I know Hannibal and Anne, but that's because which Grand High, which because they have no content. They depend on this, Oh, we need to drag someone because that's content for them. And like Anne thinks, I have my subscribers, and they think they're manipulative. And the thing is, some people will not see through them and will not see the transparency of what's going on. But just some, and some people with time, like me, for example, you catch on and you learn. You're like, oh, there's something not right here, like, and you catch and you learn. Anyways, you saw that she, for example, I did check, of course, I was because she always puts my name. She put my name in the title 2 times when I never put her name in any title of mine recently. And of course, I went to check and she didn't post any videos. So she's quiet. She must be pondering, thinking she doesn't have much to say, does she now? After she was so hateful and spiteful and saying all those, what did I do? I just pointed out, hey, I hope you don't disappoint me because you, whatever. I don't want to talk about that old subject again. Maybe bruised egos also could be. Yes, egomaniac. You're very smart. Very right. Very right. Egomaniac. Exactly. Exactly. You're very, very smart. I was thinking that, but I didn't have how to express it. Egomaniac and an inferiority complex. Just like I also admit that I have a little bit, because before in my life I was somebody, I was, my phone was ringing, my computer emails, boom boom, I was always surrounded with people and things, and talking daily international, Austria, Romania, my clients, China. And now these days my life is not anymore what it used to be, and I accepted it, and I have to build a new one. That's why I thought with this marriage, this is something new for me. I've never been married. Maybe this is the time. Maybe the universe put me to have the marriage now, and it seems all perfect. And then, I was wrong. I was wrong with that. I don't know. Steve had something in his mind. I had something different in my mind. But okay. Yeah, that's why, exactly. That's why you cannot base on exterior things. Like I say, don't base it on beauty. Beauty can go, also money and stuff. Don't base it on that. I know, I really hope that the marriage works out, but I don't think so. Like, also today, Steve and me, we communicate every day, and he kind of, he in the end, he doesn't make sense, and I don't want to share too much personal stuff, because usually, I like him to agree what I talk about. But he's like, with your YouTube channel, and I'm like, yeah, what about you with your hobbies, your motorcycle, your radio? I participate with everything. YouTube is all I got. And when he met me, he knew that I was YouTubing. And it's not like I don't pay attention to him. I never missed one time to make him lunch or anything. So okay. But he keeps on pointing out my defects. He doesn't like this, but he never reflects on himself. And in the end, I told him, okay, tomorrow I have another appointment with the psychiatrist, and I'm getting called, and I have to do the phone call. And of course, the psychiatrist is going to reflect, did you discuss, and na na na. And I said, so what should I say? Because the psychiatrist told me, what was his exact problem with you? And I said, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm like, I have a YouTube channel, and uh, I don't know what his problem was exactly with me. And he has, and I told her about his autism and his ADHD, when he just has full of energy, runs around crazy, like house in the house, boom, 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 boom. And then after 2, 3 hours, he's all bummed out and tired because he used all his energy, obviously, for Christ's sakes. And then he's all bummed out and moody and doesn't want to do anything anymore. And just the anger issues. And then she told me to ask him specifically, what bothered you about me? What was it that really disturbed you? And his answer was to that was, nothing. Let's just go back to how it was before. And that when he wrote me that, I honestly wanted to take my head and slam it into the wall. Like, what an answer is, after all these days and after all what we've talked about, and after all he's accusing me, and he even sent me a picture. He's like, look at this. uh he didn't like this was a mess in the house. There were 3 cans of soda, and whatever, it wasn't a mess. It looks, it wasn't, I didn't, there were 3 cans of soda on the kitchen counter that were empty and not put in the trash. And I'm like, what's your point? So what, behind my back you're taking pictures? Like, what is, this is what a husband does? Like, tell me. Or I don't know, you guys have seen that. That's why every day I make the cooking videos, and I make videos about us, so you guys can have an image, so nobody says that. I know that I'm not perfect, but I'm not the crazy one. To go taking pictures in private, like, what, this is the marriage. This is not even the first year. Isn't the first year meant to be romantic and full of sex and all that? Okay, sex, I said, we don't lack in that department. But what about all the other nice feelings, the love, the cuddling, the nice words and all of that? What about all of that? To take pictures behind my back and send me now and then tell me, yeah, let's just go back to how it was before? Like, come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, yeah. It's good, yeah. The talking did help. No, he has autism. He's autistic. And he admits to it. It's obvious. I'm glad you see here we can listen to music and talk what we want. That's the nice part of it all. It's not like in other chats. We can talk about girl world and everything, but we don't have to be stuck on it, and we can change and diversify, and that's the cool part of it all, and talk about life. Now that Irene is here, I wanted to finish my story about what happened with me in Australia with my deportation. I made a video before already. And I wanted to finish the story about Australia, but now because it has to do with drugs and everything, now because Irene is in the chat, I'm ashamed. No, what he's doing for the marriage is he says that he also had phone calls, but he invited me for dinner. Yeah, he did invite me for dinner, but what's the dinner gonna help me, Irene? To go now with him to send it? Then he thinks that, oh, we're all good, let's go back to how it was. Come on. I'm not a child. And neither is he. He's 19 years older than me. And I just told him, what did I do wrong? You knew me. You met me. You knew before I left Bali. In Bali, I asked him, "Are you sure about? Are you sure?" Yes, yes. He knew who I was. I didn't change in America. I was the same. I was no different. Okay, so in Australia, you don't know what happened. So the Australia story is interesting. So I will tell it even if Irene is here because I know she's cool. I know nothing, but I never got caught. I know I have to be careful, but that's my story. I never got caught, and this is who I am. This is me. So what happened was that, so I'm in the immigration camp, and it's the second night, and I already wrote I know that my Chinese partner is coming with my suitcase, and I wrote her the email and told her that there's special tea in a yellow bag in my suitcase. Throw it away. Throw it away. Because I thought, better, whatever. She's just my partner. She's not my mom. She's not my family. And who cares if I smoke weed? That's my problem. It doesn't affect my work, and she knows that because I did my work very well, and I still do, but not actively anymore. Passively, I just answer some emails. And anyhow, so she comes with the suitcase, and we're put in the office. There's no police or anything, just me and her. And she tells me, I asked her, did you bring the suitcase? She's like, yeah. And I asked her, did you throw away the yellow bag? She says, yes, I threw it away. She's like, in there was cocaine. In there was cocaine. And I was like, no, that was not cocaine. I'm like, cocaine is white powder. That was marijuana. If you want to know, it was marijuana. And she's like, it's still a drug. I'm like, yeah, but I use it for medicinal purpose. And I told her, you can Google it. Like me you can Google it. The internet is the answer. Like, Google it. It's for medicine. It helps me sleep, but it's not a strong drug. It's class A drug. Well, she's Chinese communistic. All Chinese women, for her, drugs is drugs. So she wasn't excited, but she didn't care either. As I said, I'm not her family. And remember, she was working for my Israeli boss before me and her hooked up. And that guy, she told me some stories what he tried to do with her. So she's used to crazy, and just to be smoking a little bit of weed is not crazy. She knows what crazy is from him, just like I saw the crazy from him. But I grew up with my parents being crazy, my dad and my mom, and the lifestyle I grew up in was already abnormal. So when I met my ex-boss, the Israeli, of course his actions were crazy, but not so crazy for me. Not so crazy. Not so crazy for me. For a normal person, yes. For the Chinese one, yeah. So anyhow, in the end, so the weed was gone. So I knew that in the suitcase I'm not gonna be. But imagine if it would happen, if they would have checked my suitcase and found me with weed. Wow. Or imagine if they wouldn't have checked the suitcase and they would have checked it in for me on the plane, and I would have had to go Australia, and I had to, because they picked the route for me. I don't know who picked the route. They paid the plane ticket. I didn't pay the plane ticket to Australia. They did everything. But they sent me on a two-day journey. I had to go to 4 airports because that was the price they found, and because I could not I could not travel with an Australian airline. It was complicated. Anyways, I had to go Australia, back to America, how I came, then from America there to another America, to Boston, or I don't know, whatever, Chicago or something. And then there from another airport to Frankfurt, and then from Frankfurt to Vienna. So four layovers. Yeah, 4 layovers. 2 days travel. And imagine if they would have sent me with the luggage of with that weed and just the yellow plastic bag. It would stank, of course, because I didn't package it for traveling. It was just some weed. And it would have got I presume I would have gotten caught with it at some point in the layover or some airport. But thanks to God, the universe saved me, and I did the right thing by telling the Chinese woman, hey, throw it out, before she brought it to the immigration camp. And so that's a story. And these other people they don't have stories to tell. And then they get annoyed at me, and then they get annoyed at me because I have what to tell. Yeah, no, but it was just weed. Yeah, no, my parents, deranged bunny, you don't understand. My parents were super crazy. I told some stories about my parents, my mom, how she would teach me and raise me, like take money from men, and uh you have to be selfish, and or you're going to be a loser or you're gonna be a winner, and only the losers have good hearts. And she awful, an awful woman. My dad the same. Both of them criminals, both of them no emotion, no heart, no ethics, just scrutiny people of scrutiny. I'm sorry to say, but those are my parents. And I said I will never be like them, never. That's why my problem is I'm too opposite, because I want to prove myself I'm not like that, and I got taken advantage by people. Like I told you in Bali, if somebody would come, hey, I want this, I would never say no. That's the problem for me. It's very hard to say no to a person. Very, very hard to say no. It has to be a really good reason that I say no to somebody. Did you hear Tina Turner died today? That's pretty sad. Everybody's kind of bummed out about that one. Really, I was at her concert. I was at her concert in the year. What year was it? 1996. 1996, I think I was, yeah. 1996 or 1995. And she was in Vienna, and me, my grandmother, and my mom went. It was a nice concert. And I used to dress. My grandmother was a big fan of her, and I used to put on my mom's high heel shoes and make my hair, and I would pretend to dance like Tina Turner, to make my grandma laugh. I was always trying to make my mom and my grandmother laugh. I was always a clown for everyone, because that's how I would get my attention. Yeah, and yeah, with my current situation, I don't have to worry. I'm not doing anything wrong in any country. But you're right, Deranged Bunny. I have to watch out with the things I say. What is wrong? What did I say wrong? What can they say? It's already a long time ago. It's a story from many, many years ago. But you're right. I thank you all very much that you take care. But it's just stories from very long, many years ago. Look, isn't that cool that I mentioned Tina Turner and we hear the song now? Isn't that nice? Yeah, I know you're just looking out, and that's good, and I appreciate because I don't have many people looking out. Yeah, I know you're just looking out, and that's good, and I appreciate because I don't have many people looking out. That's why I consider your mama, even though he never replied my emails. I consider him a friend because he never touched my name in his. Even though many people want him to, he never did. No, my immigration matter is already done. There's nothing you can do about the immigration anymore. It's already done. And in America, I didn't do anything wrong. And I have my YouTube channel to prove it. I didn't go out with any man. I didn't go cheating. I didn't do anything deceiving anyone. I know there's very many bad people in the community. I know. I know. Everybody has to be very careful on this YouTube. Not in general in life, on YouTube, on the internet, but especially in this community. But you're very nice, Gucci scarf. And I'm glad that Jan Views is making a chat and we can go there, just normal people to hang out and talk normal stuff with. I'm tired of all this, let's drag foodie beauty, let's talk of things that have been repeated and are boring, like your mama said. It's just very, very boring. Don't overshare too much, yeah. The thing is, I don't overshare the information that might affect me now. I can take care. But what happened to me 5 6 years ago, 5 6 years ago, whatever. I'm anyways not planning to do anything bad in my life anymore. Nothing illegal. Nothing illegal. So if I don't have that intention, I don't have to hide. If I would have the intention to still do something like that, then obviously I wouldn't be stupid enough to talk about these things now. A little bit of brain I still got left. not all my not all my neurons have been extinguished by everything I've done, taken. This is a very good mix, actually. No, you won't be trolling me, Gucci Scarf. I know that you kind of like me. There's not many people that hate me very much these days. I have to admit to that, and I'm not admit. I have to gladly say that. There's still a few, like in your mama's chat. There's one person there. They call themselves Find. I think that's like the enemy or something like that. Find, no? Because in German, find means enemy. So yeah, it's enemy, I presume. They always tell me in your mama's chat, to get lost. But today I said to them, I love you too. And then they just cracked up. And yeah, I didn't know about Gucci scarf. I always related Gucci scarf somehow to gaining gird, because they both the Gucci scarf makes fun of the Hassi name, and the gaining gird makes fun of the gaining ground. So that similarity I put together, and then they're both in the same chats. I saw them in your mama chat, there, and also in my comments, always very similar. So I always related. I thought they're probably friends on the internet, but I don't know if Gucci scarf and gaining gird actually have any connection. Maybe that was just in my mind. Yeah, I know. I told you, Irene, yesterday and the day before. Only nice people. Also, Nikki comes. Uh, Many nice people are coming into this chat, and that's why I'm saying the universe is on my side. It works out for me. It works out for me because I do pray and everything. Okay, I'm not now saying prayer is, but I do talk out, and I think that if you're a good person and all that, things come to you that you need. That's why I thought with this marriage with Steve, I'm like, this is exactly, I never was married. This is a wish come true. And I didn't even have big expectations, but I didn't think that it will go down this way. And it's still not making sense to me. And it's just every day is just still unclear. I try to get somewhere. And the things that he replies to me, I just can't make sense out of it. So I'm not gonna talk about it. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. But I don't think much good can happen from this. If only one person wants to do something and has and on and the other person is just waiting, oh, she's gonna come back and keeps on pointing every day, the mistake, you're this and you're this and you, oh, where's it meant to go? Like that, it can't go anywhere. And I ask him, how do you want me to come back? How do you expect me to? You explain to me. I love you, but explain to me, how am I meant to come back to you? So that's just the hard part. Yeah, I know Tina Turner, amazing woman, amazing woman, and so dedicated to her music, and she was never dirty like the other superstars. Okay, at the beginning, of course, she had her love story with Ike Turner and all that. But afterwards, you didn't hear stories about her like does, Madonna, or the other crazy stars. She kept elegant. She kept always classy. And that's what I appreciate. Yeah, I know. Prayer doesn't make a good person. Actions do. And I do a lot of actions, but I pray also. Yeah, I know. That's also what the therapist said, to sometimes if something doesn't work out, you just have to let go. But it's also the marriage at the beginning is very hard, but sometimes it's clear it's not going to work out. So it's very hard. She said she can't judge. It's very complicated, but she can't judge if it's something where she would say, there's chance, you have to work. And she can't say that. She just gave me some advice and I followed. I got the response from Steve. Tomorrow we hear further what she thinks and what she says. That's good advice, Deranged Bunny. That's usually what I do. I give it time. Sometimes with videos on YouTube, I don't. I admit, I admit, I sometimes I'm too. I have to let it out, and I make a video and I let it out. That's why I have 1,400 videos. I think pretty soon it will be 1,500. People consider me crazy, but okay, I don't make long videos. And usually I have interesting videos. I always have something to say, or to make you laugh, or to put you to think, or just to simply share. But never I take the time to just drag you on boredom. Am I getting cut out? Okay, I will restart. Or no? Should I restart? Okay. Let me know because there is issues. If you don't hear me, let me know and I restart the stream. So not that I talk into the nothingness. Okay, good. No, so in the end, I just have to see, but his answers just don't make sense. He starts with being kind, like giving me what I want to hear, and then I'm like, okay, so where da, 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 da. And then when I start with that, he doesn't want to focus. He wants to live in denial. And then when I start with, so my situation is hard, so what are we gonna do? Then he just starts with, well, you did this, and you, and you, and you. And then I'm just like, okay, just so then just let's leave it. And then he's like, no, let's just go back to how it was. I love you. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm just a human. I can't understand. I can't understand. I'm really trying my really best to be understanding and to not be pushy and to not be insisting. I have not burdened him. He's nicely living his life, like I think he just thinks that I'm gonna come back and everything's gonna resume. But no, I'm not. I have not stayed 1 month in a hotel just as a holiday. Just for no. Now can you still hear me? Yeah, so regards Steve and that department, I've said what I have to say and we will see what will happen. I know, but Gucci scarf, how much distance should you keep? Like 1 month? And you have to keep in mind I'm in a hotel. This is not, for me, this is not a cheap distance. I'm not asking him to support anything. And it's uncomfortable for me. So how long? How long do you think? Okay, there's the option, like I said, that I have to move with my friend Anna, which I think that's what I'm gonna take. There's or option move with Anna, go back to Europe, or back to Steve. But back to Steve right now, I don't see with the things that he's writing me, it just doesn't make sense because he's not being clear about anything. Pointing out my mistakes, not saying anything about him, not saying about any solutions, any changes that we will make, and just saying, yeah, you're wrong, you messed up, you're fucked up, you piss me off, you annoy me, you tick me off, but just come back and we'll just resume it how it was. Like, come on. That can't work. There's no possibility that that will ever work. If he would say something like, just come back and I will do my best. Let's give it a try. I will watch myself and you watch yourself and let's give it a try. But you can't say someone, after you kick them out, you make them run away and you pack their suitcases. You can't tell them, come back and let's just resume how it was because that suits me. But you're wrong with this. What is meant? Ask. Can you please tell me what is meant? What is meant to pull me back? What is meant to tell me as a woman? Yes, I'm going back. I have no idea. You tell me because I love him or what? Because I'm horny. No, that's not enough. I cannot torture myself. I cannot live under uh, emotional and mental abuse and feel terrorized. It's not like that. I'm also just a human being, and I'm not even a bad human being. Yeah, now he comes in my chat. I don't know why you're listening to me. Why don't, instead of talking to me, you come into the chat? Now I'm quiet. No, I know it's Steve. I know it's Steve. I know because I made his profile, but I know his profile. I know that it's him 100%. And it's not even a troll. The person didn't say anything bad. I said, if you don't want to change anything, then go back to your life before we got together. It's him. But why am I meant to make all the changes? Can you please explain this, Steve? Why am I meant to make all the changes? You have nothing to change about yourself. Is that what you're saying? Can you please explain this? You have nothing to change. Steve, you have nothing to change about yourself. All is my fault. Only I have to change. When your family actually wears it. Get odor-free 8-hour protection from mosquitoes and ticks without the ick. Devo on body repellent. People love it. Bugs hate it. I know, Steve, you've been doing, but that doesn't help much. You're doing it now. I'm also doing it, but the thing is that how can you insult me and then tell me come back and let's resume as before? And anyway, Steve, these things, I don't want them to be on my channel, but I appreciate that you came in and I am talking about us and you're not even being nasty and you know how much I love you. Well, you wrote me that before. You wrote me, let's just resume how it was before. I said, what the psychiatrist asked me exactly what you don't like about me. What did I disturb you with? And then you said, no, let's just resume things as they were before. And you sent me, what do you mean you were being sarcastic? What's sarcastic about that? What's funny and sarcastic? I don't understand you now. Where's there to make sarcasm when we're talking serious stuff about our marriage? Where's there space to put in a sarcastic comment like that? Yeah, I know it should be private. Steve felt like coming. I was just talking to my YouTube friends, which bothers him anyhow, but it's the only outlet I have. Yeah, now we're all silent. We don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore now. I can't even crack jokes. Yeah, you don't even know what to say, Gucci scarf. Gucci scarf. You see what I mean? Well, you came, but the thing is that this is my YouTube channel. I have to talk to someone, Steve. And I have Gucci scarf. Look at Gucci scarf. Always on my side. Irene, always on my side. You know how much Irene cares for me, don't you, Steve? Don't you know how much Irene cares for me? What do you mean, a real doctor? Are you talking about the one call that I had today? Are you talking the two calls that you had? Uh, can you please be more explicit with what you mean regards a real doctor? I said I will do. I want to go with you to one. Let's go together. Let's go together. I said to you, let's go together. I already told you I want to go. No, Grand High Witch. I know that it's him. It's 100. I know Steve by the way he talks. This is him. This is him. I know, and I clicked. I can click the name. It's him. It's Steve. It's not another person. Why would it be another person? I know we don't. If it would be another person on the internet, they wouldn't be writing me like this. Well, he decided to come online. I will talk to him privately. Steve, we're going to talk about this privately. It's nice that you came. You can say hello to Irene if anyways you're here because you know that she cares for you also. Look, Irene is helping. Talk to Irene also. There's Steve. It's proved. I'm glad that this is a nice chat. You see, it's all cool. Yeah, maybe tomorrow, what? Honeyball. Well, maybe look at Bali, but Honeyball won't do it because he will look just more pathetic, especially after I said he has no contact but to drag people. And I'm not even popular anymore in the scene. I'm already out of the scene of this girl world. Yeah, Irene is family for me. She's not a friend. Irene is family for me. If Irene would write me an email and tell me, Irene, I need you tomorrow here, I'll get the resources, I would fly to her and I'd be there for her. And I give you my word on the internet. She can test it out. She can write me tomorrow. Deranged Bunny. Okay, thanks a lot, Grand High Witch. I care for you a lot and I appreciate you a lot. You give me some really good words and advice, and thanks. I won't forget. You take care and have a good night. But you know what's funny is that Steve hates YouTube, but he's now on YouTube always watching the lives. which is cute and sweet. But I was thinking, you had me every day. You could have, you don't have to go to YouTube to listen. You had me there every day and you didn't care. And now you listen to me on YouTube. Yeah, talk. Irene asked you a question. Ah, and Steve, you can tell Irene. You can tell Irene. Okay, the range bunny, go have a nice dinner. I will stay strong and I won't share anymore. Steve, you can tell Irene. Irene, the matter was that, as you know the story, as I left, I made the effort with cake and went to his house with presents, spent the night, woke up, went back to the hotel. As I go back to the hotel, he got another parcel. And I was just like, wow, he's just making all of this a man house. He's just ordering stuff for himself, but yet complaining about money. I don't get it. And then when I got to the hotel room, I received flowers from somebody. And he got annoyed about that because how dare somebody actually consider me a nice woman and send me flowers? Some men do appreciate me and there's nothing wrong. I didn't go on a date. You know very well that I haven't gone on any date with anyone. And I have not cheated on Steve or anything like that. But after that, I saw that he made the whole house a man house. And I went to do the efforts. And then when I left and I saw that he ordered another parcel, after that, I saw that he made the whole house a man house. And I went to do the efforts. And then when I left and I saw that he ordered another parcel, and I will go get to the hotel room and I see that I received flowers from someone else that appreciates me as a woman. Of course, I told him, like, come on, what is this? This parcel. He didn't even thank me that I dragged the parcel in. Well, the matter was that I was like, what is the universe giving me for signs? I go home, make the effort to spend the birthday with you, Steve. Pick up a cake. I bring presents. I do all that. And then as I leave the house, I see it's all man cave. Nothing. It doesn't look like nothing. It's just you buy your stuff and you fill it with your stuff. Yeah, stuff. Then as I leave, another stuff of yours parcel arrives. And then I go to the room and then I see somebody does think of me, not just of their parcels and their hobbies. And of course it went to my head. I'm a person. I have feelings. I'm a woman. I have emotions. And no woman likes to be underappreciated. Okay, now we're getting, I don't care, but the garage, everything for, I don't care for what it is, but you're just ordering and you're doing things and then you're complaining to me about, you know exactly, but these things, let's talk in private. Or you shared your opinion on YouTube. I appreciate, I'm glad that you chatted with Irene. Irene is, you can always also talk to her. She's really nice. But we'll talk the rest in private. What's irrational that you keep ordering stuff for yourself and your hobbies and then you get mad at me and you put your frustration on me? What do you mean? Listen to yourself. But you keep ordering stuff for yourself, Dweeby. Thank you very much, Irene. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Irene. Thanks, Irene, for talking with me and Steve. I don't care that this is on YouTube. This is about my life. I care more about my life and about Steve and about you, Irene, than I care about people, what they're going to think about me. These people don't mean anything to me on YouTube. If I want to delete my channel, I can delete it. I can disappear. I will always have your email address. I will always have your mama's email address, even if it doesn't reply my emails. You see, I can still joke. No, but thanks a lot. What do you mean? You told me to get what I want, but then, Steve, we have to talk. These things are too much for the internet. These are too much for the internet. It's too private. With it. When we're going now into, we said the basic that we both have issues we need to deal with. Yeah, but now I don't hide about anything, but we've talked in private about your calculations. Calculations. It's not nice. But Irene, you know very well that I am crazy and everything, but you know that I keep to my word, and I know that you know, because we are in private in communication, that I have not gone out with any other man. I have not gone out on a date. I have not. No, I have not. Did I have some invitations? Yes, I had, of course. Why should I not? I'm a funny, nice woman. That I have a few pounds in plus doesn't make me ugly. I'm not foodie beauty size. You know, I'm a little bit chubby, but I'm not like Jessica Messica. Oh no, I can't. Why I did this comparison, I don't know. But I have a little bit of a few pounds I have in plus, yes. I To make you jealous. What happened was that I have emotions and I was a woman and I just spent my effort and my time to come to you to make your birthday nice and spend the night with you. And then when I woke up, as I left the house, I saw how the whole house is just it's just your place. It's not my place. Let's put it like that. Your place and your stuff and how much you've added, your shopping frenzy that you have going on. And then you keep on complaining about money, but you keep on having shopping frenzy. And as if I ask, and then you ask me, why don't I ask you for anything? Dude, how can I ask you for anything when you keep on think about it for a moment? I'm not being irrational. How can I ask you for anything when I see you keep on buying things for yourself, but at the same time you keep on complaining about money, and I just don't understand it anymore. And then you get mad that someone sends me flowers and wants to invite me out because I'm a nice woman. Well, of course, at that moment, from my anger, I said, I might as well start dating guys. I did. I admit that was wrong, but I never did date a guy. I never did. I never did. Hey, Scales of Metal. No, Steve didn't care about Nader because he knows this YouTube is just BS. But Steve can answer for himself. Okay, tell. Please tell. But Steve, you have the YouTube channel in front of you. You can check it out yourself if you care. Steve, you know about the restaurant story. Now you have to clarify that you know about restaurant, and please also say that when you were in can you please say, because that's very important, when you were in Bali and one morning I was like, guess who wrote me? Not even I wrote him. Do you remember? Can you please say that? Yeah, there was that day where I said to you, guess who wrote me? And Nader wrote me out of the blue. Do you remember this? And I said, he's asking for advice. Can you please remember this and say to people that that was the case? Yeah. Anyways, my dear people, I'm going to. It's late and Steve has to go to sleep to work. It was fun, anyways, and I don't have much more to talk about. But it was cool that we could all hang out and chat. And like I said, in my chats, I see that only nice people are coming, nothing's going wrong. And this is fantastic. This is great. So I will say good night. And maybe tomorrow again we have a chat. I see that if I have a chat this time, the usual people already know, and we come and we just greet each other, have a joke, have a small talk. And it's this is how I wanted it. Steve, I'll write you on the phone. Yes, Steve, can you please answer Irene? Wait, I'll be back. I'll go take a pee. Steve, answer Irene because she actually put a very good question that you should answer her about. Everybody, I'm back. No scales of metal. He never made me leave. He didn't even expect me to leave, honestly. He thought that I have nowhere to go. He was like, the next day after that fight, that's what was made me, I was with a mask. I didn't know how to react. He was like, oh, you're leaving. I said, yeah, I told you I'm leaving. And I started to pack a few things. And he's like, pack everything. I'm like, no, I can't right now. And then he even, okay, I'm not going to go into that. That's too private. But he didn't kick me out. But he didn't think that I was going to have where to go. No, he's pretty. That's the thing. That's his anger. I love him so much. And everybody knows this. But the anger issues, he can become so evil, like really mean with the anger issues. And then those words that you and those kind of actions and those words, you can't take them back anymore because of course they remain in my head. And of course now I'm afraid if I go back that this again happens to me. It's always that fear inside, that a person again treats you like that, and like treats you so bad. It's just terrifying. And you never want to, you say to yourself, I'm never going to put myself in that situation again, never. So it's really hard. That's what makes it really hard because I I will never put myself in such a situation. What an idiot I was. To be treated, it's just not nice to, because the anger issues, even if he doesn't love me and he doesn't like the marriage, he could say nicely, like, hey, it's not working out, like, take your time, but we have to move on in separate ways or something like that. I get it. But not with anger, to make me run away. That's just not okay. Well, yeah, that's the situation. It's hard. It's hard, but I appreciate that he came into the chat, and that's for me flattering. I love him so much.